Some words are worthwhile sharing, as these words were said centuries ago by Haile Selassie. So let me take these quick moments in sharing with the world. I'm not quite sure everybody have the chance to have these important words here now. Words that were said that we are now seeing necessary while he was warning us. This is about international morality. That's the title of this one. He said, if we permit ourselves to be tempted by narrow self-interest and vain ambition, if we bartered our beliefs for short-term advantage, who will listen when we claim to speak for our consciences? And who will contend that our words deserve to be heeded? We must speak out on major world issues courageously, openly, and honestly in blunt terms of rights and wrong. If we yield to blemishments or threats, if we compromise when no honorable compromise is possible, our influences will be sadly diminished and our prestige woefully precedes and weaken. Let us not deny our ideals or sacrifice our rights to stand as the champion of the poor, the ignorant and the oppressed everywhere. The acts by which we live and the attitude by which we act must be clear beyond questions. Principles alone can bestow our deeds with force and meaning. Let us be true to what we believe, that our belief may serve and honor us. What we seek to create is flexible, not inflexible, a moral force to be used for world peace, for economic development, for the benefit of humanity. We cannot impose our views by force. We have only the power of moral persuasion. This is our strength, and a great strength if we will but use it. The preservation of peace and the guaranteeing of man's basic freedoms and rights requires courage and internal vigilance, courage to speak and act, and if it is necessary to suffer and die for truth and justice, eternal vigilance that the least transgression of international morality shall not go undetected and unresolved. These lessons must be learned anew by each succeeding generation, and that generation is fortunate indeed which learns from their own bitter experience. What is needed above all is patience, which accepts delays while striving to overcome them, and tolerance, which comprehends our weakness, our selfish ambition, and our narrow self-interest, while seeking to strengthen our will and stiffen our moral fiber and devotion to principles and international morality, which can alone armed and shield and support us in the daily strive, which is our fate as we toil to better the lot of Africans and all men everywhere, unless we find the requisite courage and fixity of purpose to rise above ourselves, we shall be broken on the wheels of our own invention, slaves of our own disposition. In this critical period, when the cost of human rights is handicapped by a variety of circumstances, we believe that paramount consideration must be given to honoring those organizations which have made outstanding contribution to for striving the rights of man, and such eminent individual as the late Martin Luther King was sacrificed its life itself as a result of their advocacy for the cause of equal rights. No less contribution must also be given to renewed and intensified efforts directed at persuading the enemies of human rights that their own lasting interests are best assured in an overall respect for fundamental freedoms and liberty. Since all humans are born free and equal, invested by Jah Rastafari, which enabled human dignity, it is only right and proper that the spirit of human brother should reign supreme among all people who inhabited this planet, that differences of race, tribe, language, pigmentation, religion, or sex should not be made instrument of discrimination between man and man, for all humans are equal before the laws of creation. I beg pardon for any wrong pronunciation and itches, but I'm quite sure the importance and strength of these words can be understood at this time in regards to what is happening in the Middle East, and in regards to what is happening right around the world today. Now, this book was given to me by an ancient individual long time ago in Falmouth, Trelawney, and I keep this book close to my chest from there on. I repaired it on several occasions till it is now unrepairable. But the words, the purpose are so powerful, right? I love this book. I gain so much from this book as we look at the man, Haile Selassie, as he speak in the spirit to each and every nation, even now. Argument done. I'm Tychicus, the Revelator.